And the last thing we're going to do is determine the number of terms in each geometric series. So we got to figure out what n is. Now there's another formula that's on your reference sheet that I really want you to use for this, and it's Sn equals A1, and it's the one with parentheses where A1's out in front, 1 minus r to the n all over 1 minus r. If you notice, that is, if I distributed my A1 there, I'd have our other formula that we've been using. But this is the one you're going to want to use when you have to kind of work backwards when I know the sum, or I know what Sn is. Because you're going to put that over here. So I'm going to have negative 62 equals A1 is negative 2. And then in parentheses I have 1 minus 2 to the n power all over 1 minus 2. Now I have to algebraically solve for n, and this gets kind of tricky here. N is up in a power, but we'll talk about getting it down to just that number to that power of n and being able to figure out what it is. So let's do the bottom. I'm going to do 1 minus 2, which is negative 1. I'm actually going to get rid of that number on the bottom by multiplying by negative 1 next. So if I take this side times negative 1, I'll get 62 is equal to negative 2 times 1 minus 2 to the power of n. And you kind of got to do things step by step here. Okay? So my next thing is I'm trying to get n alone. N's inside parentheses. You never want to distribute through there. Let's divide by this negative 2 out in front here. Divide by negative 2. So I get negative 31 equals. So I've gotten rid of everything outside parentheses, so I can drop those off, and it's 1 minus 2 to the n. Now, if you think about algebraically solving this, got to solve for n. I'm going to try and get this minus 2 to the n alone. I'm going to subtract 1. I'm going to subtract 1, so I get negative 32 equals negative 2 to the power of the n. Now, this is like negative 1 times 2 to that n power, so I'm going to divide by that negative 1 right there. I'm going to divide by that negative 1, so I get 32 is equal to 2 to the n power. Now, we will talk about logarithms in the future. We're able to solve there. I don't divide by 2. It's 2 to what power is equal to 32. And so if I go, okay, what's 2 to the first? It's 2. 2 squared is 4. 2 to the third is 8. 2 to the fourth is 16. And then 2 to the fifth is 32. So if I put a 5 right in there, I would have the answer for n. So n is equal to 5, so there would be 5 terms. And you just kind of have to think about what goes in there for the power with this base to raise it to what power gives you 32.